So we're back with another video. Today we got y'all boys with a very important video. Now, before we get too deep into the game, I want to make sure that we go over all the badges, all the takeovers. Today we will be ranking every single badge in the game. Now, if y'all want to see like how the different tiers of the badges and stuff like that work, you probably gonna have to find like some of these other little channels that like literally like do the science and all this data on each tier of the badge, how it works at this rating, how it works at this tier. You gonna have like the 2K last, the toots and all that for that. But today we're just gonna be ranking all the badges based on how good they are and how important they are towards when you're making your builds. So yeah, if y'all do want more videos like this, make sure to like the video. I will be doing the same things for the takeovers. Now the takeovers, if you don't know, it's like 72 different takeovers and it's like 14 different takeover abilities. And every single different takeover has like all these different additions to your attributes and all these different takeover abilities, different things for in-game abilities, obviously. So yeah, if y'all do want that ranking, like the video, subscribe, make sure you got notifications on, share the video, all that good stuff. Comment down below, help the algorithm, all that good stuff out the way. Let's hop into it. Alright, so let's hop into it. Now, I'm gonna be honest, this was not easy to make. Takeover is gonna be even harder to do. So I really would appreciate if y'all did anything like the video. Now, everything in this video will be based off my experience, my preference. Some things that you like may be more so for you, but I'm gonna really try to do this unbiased. And no matter if I don't like post scores, I'll rank their badges still high because in the day, post scores are still very, very broken. Further ado though, let's hop into it. All right, so let's hop into it. First one, Deadeye. Now, Deadeye, if you've played this game, contest is not easiest. If not right up on somebody, you will get open almost every single time, even if you have a hand up. Now, this year, you don't even really have to have a hand up consistently, to be honest, and get contests. The only thing is, it'll say tight, but you can still green that a lot easier if they don't have a hand up. Deadeye is very, very good this year, to say the least. One of the more overpowered broken badges in the game, especially when you get to the higher tiers. I would personally have to say Deadeye makes badges like challengers so important. I'm gonna actually have to put Deadeye in like the S plus because I'm gonna be honest, contests on perimeter I don't think is broken. Actually, I'm gonna say S plus for like the broken badges that probably need a nerf. I don't know if Deadeye really needs a nerf, to be honest. I think the way the game works is made that way so that people don't play 2. So I think the way 2K did that is so that when you're playing like Rec and you know you're going against a 2-3, there's going to be people that's in the zone. You playing 5 out. They want to have somebody in the paint, so they're going to be people that's trying to play 2. I think that's kind of what it's trying to neutralize, that aspect of it. Now, there are some times where Deadeye can be a little crazy when it's like a height advantage because that's a height advantage, so that makes sense. But I think for the most part, Deadeye makes sense because if you're right up on somebody, you'll get contests. It's just depending on your perimeter defense and your challenger, how high that is. So I'll say I don't think it needs a nerf, but it is fringing on that level. I can see people saying it. I can understand people saying it, but I understand what 2K tried to do with it, if that makes sense. Off-ball pass, to go alongside that, off-ball pass is even more important because you have to be right up on people to get contests. So there's like no like lingering off-ball and trying to like bait people into shooting because they'll be open almost every single time. So what you kind of have to do is sometimes you have to be right up on people. So what you haven't be right up on people, now people are going to start cutting. And another thing that's kind of overpowered on this game is off-ball movement in general. So dexing, pass leading, all that is very overpowered. And off-ball pass is like the best way to go against that. So off-ball pass is actually really important. Now, is it that good is the problem? I would say it's important. So I would say, yeah, it's just like Deadeye where it's very important. But is it good? Does it work? It works, but it's not like it doesn't neutralize it. So it's very important, but I'll put it B. I'll put it B tier, to be honest. Pick Dodger. Everybody on this game is pretty much setting screens. I've barely ever went against ISO. Majority of the time from playing threes is literally free board. Like they're gonna have an inside big. They're shooting threes. The big is running straight down to the paint, free board. The guard is shooting over 2 people, free board. Twos, you're playing against faders, free board. Literally, bro, you're gonna have to go against screens a lot of the times. Now, really, you're gonna have to use your skill to be able to go under or over and just not hit the screen. But if you are hitting the screen, having pit dodger is very important, and you're gonna go against screens a lot. Now, there are people that do ISO. I'm not saying it's not, but majority of the time, let's be honest, we're playing somebody that's playing screens. So pit dodger is very important. Pit dodger actually does really work. The only thing is, it's kind of hard to get. Like, having 92 agility on a lock build is very rare this year. Like, I think the highest I've seen on a lock build is like 90. Even my lockdown, I'm gonna drop, is gonna have like 87. So having 92 is tough to have for that. But you can raise it with that max badge +1. Do you use that there? I don't know. I don't know if I would do that. But I would put Pit Dodger A because, like, it's really good. I just don't think it's overpowered to the level of like Deadeye. I think it's good. It's very necessary. I just don't think it's on the same level as Deadeye, in my opinion, or importance. Or I think it's just as important. I just don't think it's as overpowered. So like Deadeye it's really, really overpowered at neutralizing contests. I don't think Pit Dodger is on that same level of neutralizing screens, if that makes sense. I think it's just as important though, if not more important. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, it's just not as overpowered, if that makes sense. Hopefully I said that right. On ball menace. On ball menace is the bump badge, but I'll be honest, if you don't have immovable enforcer, it's not gonna work as well, from my experience. Whether you're a guard, lock, big. So that's what I'll say there. When y'all see my lock build, y'all gonna see. Yeah, y'all gonna see. But on ball menace, I'll say is on-ball defense is really good this year. So I had my concerns with the blow-bys, but on-ball menace is kind of how you neutralize the blow-bys. But if you really want to get really bumpy, you want that immovable enforcer at least bronze. But once you at least have it bronze, on-ball menace goes crazy. I'm going to put on-ball menace here, to be honest. I think it has to be A. It has to be A. It has to be A. I'm thinking to put it S, to be honest, but I don't think it works as well if you don't have a movement enforcer. So I'm gonna just put it A. Lightning Launch is a S tier badge. Lightning Launch is S tier, bro. Once you get it legend, bro, you're it's blow by central. It's literally blow by central, bro. Hall of Fame, I will say this: Hall of Fame gold, it does take a lot more skill than using legend. Legend, I'm telling you, bro, it literally damn near takes no skill. You're so fast. You're speed boosting by everybody. Now, one thing I will say about Lightning Launch, I don't know, to be honest, if it's more so the speed of ball being at 90 threshold or if it's the legend. But all I know is legend and the 90 plus threshold combination is crazy. It's insane. Like, you're literally blow by everybody. Locks, guards. It don't matter how high perimeter defense they got. No matter how high agility they got, you're blow by central. Now, once you get that little bit of stamina, then it kind of does get a little bumpy. But to be real, it's blow by nation. I'm sorry. So yeah, Lightning Launch. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know how you even neutralize Legend Lightning Launch. I genuinely don't know how you do it. All right, next is Ankle Assassin. Taking ankles on this game is very easy, being honest. Ankle Assassin, very overpowered badge. If you played this game, taking ankles, it doesn't take really much skill. Now, when it comes to making people fall, it does take a little bit more to it. But if you just want to stun people a lot, like if you want to just hit people with a lot of ankle breakers, you can do that a lot on this game with just bronze ankle assassin. Like silver, like you can do this easy with low tier. Now, I haven't even tested this with like legend, Hall of Fame. The highest I've had was gold. But I just know for a fact you can make people fall with bronze. And I thought that they was going to have like an ankle breaker takeover. They don't have an ankle breaker takeover ability. So, and Mike Wayne literally said word for word that there's going to be a takeover that literally boosts your ability to make people fall. So, I don't know what bro was talking about with that. But Ankle Assassin, one of the more broken badges in the game. Because you genuinely, I don't know, like there's no badge in the game to neutralize it. Like they used to have the ankle braces badge. But there's literally no badge to neutralize Ankle Assassin. I feel like the only way you can neutralize it is with your perimeter defense. Your perimeter defense or your agility. It has to be one of those where, like, depending on how high those are, is like you're less likely to get your ankles taken. That's the only thing I can think of because we have no idea how else to even neutralize this. But yeah, the only way it really supposed to operate is if you get the defender to go the wrong way. So if you kill the defender, you're gonna get ankles. But it happens in a lot more situations than that. So you can do like a escape move and it does it. You can do a behind the back and it does it. You can do a snatch back and it does it. You can do a hop jumper and it does it. It can happen in a lot of situations. So I'm trying to find a way to say that this is not S+, but it's pretty broken. I'm not gonna lie. And it's really just RNG. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest. It's low-key kind of broken. I don't think it needs to be nerfed because it's literally a fun factor, but I will say in certain game modes like Pro-Am, maybe even 5v5 Proving Grounds, it should be nerfed. Stage is more so like Park, so I'm not too mad at it in there. The 3v3, 2v2, 1v1 Proving Grounds, I'm not too mad at it there. But I could see it being nerfed in Stage and all the Proving Ground modes. But to be real, Ankle Assassin has to be in that top tier badge tier. Unpluckable. Unpluckable, I don't really know what the hell this even does this year, bro. Like, to be honest, like, pokes are not that big of a deal, but I be poking people. I don't really get poked. It really be bump steals for me. But I don't know what ankle, like I said, I don't know what Unpluckable does. I haven't tried it on Legend. I haven't even had it on Hall of Fame. I may gotta start putting my match badge on +1 on Unpluckable, to be honest, because I'm not gonna lie, the bump steals. It's an animation in this game where you can literally fly from one side of the court to the other in just a straight beeline to steal the ball. And it's not like they're in an animation to steal the ball. It's just a steal animation, an on ball steal animation where it's literally a bump steal almost every single time. It's literally one of the best animations in the game. So when people learn how to do that animation, it's gonna get crazy. So Unpluckable, it's very important, but it doesn't really work that well in my opinion. So I would have to say it's more so like C. Very important though, but I would have to say it's like C. Handles for days. I'll be honest, the stamina in this game is kind of crazy. The stamina in this game is kind of crazy. From the point that you have to get 99 stamina from Gatorade to the point where if you play Micro, they don't sell Butte. Apparently they just patched that today though, so I will say that. I haven't been able to play since the patch, but handles for days, I would say what handles for days does is mainly for drill moves. I'll probably have to put that more so B tier. I'll put it above off-ball pass. I think it's pretty important for dribblers, especially for guards. But one thing I will say, if you have a pretty high time stability, your shot doesn't really fluctuate as much as it has prior years in terms of stamina. And there's how much longer you have to hold it. Now, the thing that you really have to worry about is where the different spots on the floor, which we will get into when we get into the shifty shooters and the set shot specialists. But for handles for days, I'll say this, like, if you really want to dribble and like be low stamina, I don't know if that's handles for days that's also affecting it, but like when you're low stamina and have like a pretty decently timing stability jump shot, your shot doesn't really fluctuate based off your stamina as much as it does based off where you are on the floor. So yeah, I'll say that. Bailout. Bailout is very annoying on this game again. To be honest, this is probably another badge that probably needs to go S+, bro. To be honest, like, I thought it wasn't gonna be that as crazy this year, but it's pretty OP. Like, I'm seeing people do bailout without even having it on. When you put it on bronze, it goes to a whole nother level. Silver is really, really good. Bailout is very good this year. It's very good this year. So yeah, that's what I say. Is it as good as Ankle Assassin? I would say no, because that's a little bit more RNG, and I don't really know what the counter is to it. I think bailout has a counter. Like, the passing lanes on this game are really good, but bailout is just something that you just can't really expect as a defender. But it's not RNG. Like, it's really dependent on the player when they want to do it. But like, if you ever get put in a bad animation, a double team, bailout is always there to bail you out. It's literally called bailout. As simple as that. Versatile Visionary. This is a very important badge. This is actually a very important badge this year. Passing lanes are crazy this year. Crazy. This makes your passes much harder to steal. And it's very hard to get it to silver. You have to have an 89 pass accuracy on this game to have it. And if you've played this game, made a build, it's not very easy to have an 89 pass accuracy build on this game. So with that being said, I would put Versatile Visionary. I would put this badge. I would probably have to put this in S, because it's very important. I don't know if it's as overpowered as these two badges, but I will say this, like, it might make having high pass builds worth it, if that makes sense. Because I'm not gonna lie, the passing lanes are really crazy right now. Like, just having bronze at 85, it don't feel like enough. Not gonna lie. In a lot of situations. So, yeah. Break starter. I'm gonna be honest, break starter don't feel that big a difference across the different tiers. Like, I have a friend that has 87, and I have a big that has 75, and we both use none. Don't really feel that big a difference. Like, none feels like the best pass style in the game right now. And break starter don't really feel that different across the different tiers from silver to gold. Maybe at legend and Hall of Fame it gets crazy, but from silver to gold, it doesn't feel that different. So, yeah. But the fast breaks are very overpowered this year. Fast breaks are very overpowered right now. So, I'll say break starter. I'll put it A. Fast breaks are very overpowered right now. Like, people saying, like, your player models are smaller. That might be true, but the court art is definitely just longer. End to end is just longer. It just is, bro. If you played this game, fast breaks are really crazy this year. Like, you're not catching people on fast breaks. If they're at the other 3-point line and you're at the other 3-point line, you're not catching them. Like, there's no chance. No matter how fast they are, or how slow they are, or how fast your build is, you're not catching them. You're just not. Like, bro, the speed in this game is crazy. Or not the speed, but the court length is actually real in terms of end to end. Now, side to side, like I said, it's probably the same. It's probably the same. That's probably why when you play 5 out, it looks the exact same. But from end to end, it's definitely different. Limitless range, I'm going to be honest. Limitless range, I don't think it's that crazy. I think limitless range is good, but, like, I don't think it's S tier like I would usually put it. Limitless range, it extends your range for sure. But it's not like 2K20 where it makes you shoot better within your range and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It just extends your range and how comfortable you are shooting from deep. So, I'll say, because it is limitless range and how overpowered it is to be able to shoot from deeper, because at the end of the day, like, the ability to shoot from deeper is always going to be crazy, because that means the defense is going to have, it's going to be just much more room for your team to be able to, like, play offense. So limitless range at the end of the day is always going to be crazy. Like, so I'll have to put limitless range here regardless. But, like, it's not like 2K20 broken where, like, you're going to be able to shoot on all your builds auto just off having that. No, the shooting does not work like that this year. But limitless range is still very good in this game. Dimer, I'm going to be honest, Dimer is low-key one of the worst badges in this game. From the fact that silver and Hall of Fame, Dimer gives your teammates 2 different timings. That's really bad. I don't know what that's about. Legend, Hall of Fame, compared to silver, it gives you 2 different timings. I almost rather have silver Dimer on my build than having Hall of Fame. That's really bad. And you can't lower the badge. So it's like, once you get gold, you might as well go Hall of Fame just to get them the added boost. Because it does boost their ability to shoot. But the 2 different timing stuff is so stupid. I'm not going to lie. So, that's one thing of Dimer that I don't like. But besides the different timings, it does boost your teammates' ability to shoot. And so it does, in theory, gives them a bigger green window. I want to put it S because it's so important to help your teammates shoot on this game. Like, the shooting ability of this game is kind of like the skill gap. One of the bigger, it's a lot of skill gaps in this game. Like, speed boosting is a skill gap. Dribbling alone is a skill gap. Like, shooting is a skill gap for sure. The passing lane shit is crazy skill gap because, like, if you play the wrong person, they're stealing everything. Like, it's not hard to steal lanes, but I'm telling you, play the wrong person, they're stealing anything. Like, it doesn't matter. They could be out the vicinity. They're getting that every time. But Dimer, I'll say Dimer's at the top of B. I want to put it A, but, like, the different time is, like, I don't think y'all understand. That is very annoying. So I'll put it at the top of B. Layup Mix Master. This is pretty much how you hit fancy layups. So if you do acrobatic layups, so the double clutch layups, they're back in the game. If you want to do that, that's Layup Mix Master. Euros, hop steps, spin layups, all that, that's Layup Mix Master. Layups are pretty good in this game. If you see my layup video when I break down the layup settings you should use, you should go watch that. You definitely want to put on what I told y'all, boys. And yeah, Layup Mix Master, I would probably have to say, because of blocks, I can't put it S because blocking is very good on this game. But I'll put it A. I'll put it A. I can't put it S because blocking is very overpowered on this game. Like, if you play as somebody with a 90+ block, bro, good luck. Good luck. Unless they're just terrible. They could be terrible at the game. That could be something too. Now, another thing is pump fakes are really good too. That's another thing. I don't know if there's even a badge for pump fakes though this year. But pump fakes are really broken this year. Like, if somebody's playing hands-up defense in the paint, you can make them jump every time with a pump fake. It's actually insane. So, yeah. Float game. Floaters are not that good this year to me. Floaters and scoop layups are not that good. Oh, layup mix master is also scoop layups. So that's also going to boost your ability to make scoop layups. Now, I've only tested float game on bronze. So, yeah, that could be what it is. I'm going to just say this. Float game is more so... float game is both part of close shot and layup. So, I don't fully know if you need close shot for it. But what I will say, highest layup I have had is a 78. Float games I've not seen one go in for me. And I use the little layup system I use with layup mixmaster. Scoop layups don't work as well either with the layup system I work. So, I'm guessing to do floaters and scoops, you have to have a pretty high layup. I would say at least like an 85 plus. Where you can at least get like gold float game, gold mix master. If you can get these to Hall of Fame, I would believe these are gonna be pretty auto, but I don't know. So based off the fact I don't truly know, I'll put this one at the top of B. But if this does work, floaters are much harder to block than all these, so I would probably put this B. So I'll go in between and put it right behind layup mixmaster. Actually, I'll put it A. Posterizer. Contact dunks are not auto this year. Dunking on people is not auto this year. If you have a high block, it's auto. Now, I do have a build with a 99 dunk rating. Videos will be coming out on that very, very soon. What I will say is that 99 dunk rating is very good. It's very good. You will dunk almost every single thing. Now, when you do get put in those layup animations, there are sometimes you do get put in those layup animations. You can't get hit out of a dunk animation. I don't have it legend yet because I haven't had it for long. But what I will say is, I don't know if Posterizer the badge is as overpowered as the rating in the vertical is this year. Because I seen Joe Nose test out Legend Posterizer. It didn't seem like it made a big difference. But I will say, dunking with 99 rating with the dunk meter is pretty much greens almost every single time. So I think the meter this year is more so based off your rating instead of the Posterizer because there's no precision dunker. So what I say is, you have the right dunk packages on, you can pretty much do it consistently. It just depends on what you're going against. Like I said, the blocks are really overpowered this year. You can take people out of pretty much any dunk animation. So I still think it's an A because at the end of the day, it's going to help you dunk more. But due to the fact that I've only tested it at Hall of Fame, Legend, and I've only seen people use Legend, and Legend has not looked that crazy. And that's Hall of Fame with 99 driving dunk, 90 vertical. I will say it doesn't seem like overpowered or broken. And in that S tier where you got lightning launch, where I don't see how you can stop it, Deadeye, where I don't really see how you can fully stop Legend like Deadeye and lightning launch, and you got limitless range, which is very hard to stop, and versatile visionary just because of how overpowered the passing lanes are. But Posterizer, they kind of can get neutralized a lot this year. I feel like the slashing on this game has a huge skill gap. If like you don't know what you're doing, it's not gonna work for you. Just it's not. Area Wizard. Okay, Area Wizard is actually really good this year. Like lobs, contact lobs are very good this year. I feel like contact lobs is low-key like the best way to neutralize the passing lanes, to be honest. Now, you can get bumped out of any lob this year as well without really even pressing Y or X. You can just run into them and bump them. Now, depending on what Area Wizard they have, though. It's a lot harder to bump somebody out of Hall of Fame Area Wizard. It's a lot harder to bump somebody out, in theory, Legend with Area Wizard. So, off that alone, I want to put that S, but I'm not putting that S. I'm gonna put it A behind Posterizer. I'm gonna put it A. Because you can bump people out of like gold, silver, bronze pretty easily. But lobs on this game are pretty good. They're pretty good. I'll say that. The lobs are pretty good on this game. Strong handle. Okay, so strong handle is it has blow-bys in it. Physical handles in it. So like somebody's bumping you, you can overpower the bump. It's pretty overpowered. Strong handle is actually pretty overpowered from my experience. It's pretty good. So I'll actually say strong handles goes above on ball menace. I almost do want to put it in S because, like I said, bro, lightning lunge is up there because it's like auto blow-bys. But if you pair it with strong handle, it's kind of crazy. So I'll say this. I'll actually put it. I'm gonna put it here. Because, like, a lot of these S tier badges are on the brink. Like, they're up there because of certain things. Like, limitless range is just ridiculous. Limitless range is just ridiculous. Actually, I'm going to bring this down. I'm going to bring this down, too. Yeah, like, these badges are on the brink of being overpowered to the point where they damn near need to be patched. So, that's what that is. Alright. We're going to scroll down a little bit so we can get this done. Polo stick. Okay, so with the way that the jumping is with the pump fakes, like I said earlier, polo stick becomes even more important because if you want to play hands-up defense with the right stick, okay, so this is how it works is, if you want to play hands-up defense in the paint, you don't hold the right stick at all. So you just would hold LT. That's all you would do. But if you want to get better shot contests in the paint, you would hold LT or L2 and hold up on the right stick. Now, the thing is, you can go different directions on the right stick and get different things too. But if you want to get better shot contests in the paint, you would go up on the right stick. So, that's the thing. But if you want to neutralize people pump faking when you are doing that, pogo stick is the way you would do that. Because when you do get faked with a pump fake, you can jump again with pogo stick. And you can keep jumping for rebounds. If you're inside, I feel like pogo stick is very important to have as well. Because if you go up with something, you can go right back up and get the rebound. So, pogo stick is very, very good this year. It kind of does remind me of how 2K20 was with that aspect. So I'll say pogo stick. I would put it over break starter. I would put it over. I'll put it over every badge except pick dodger on ball menace. I'll put it over every one of these badges. A mover enforcer. Okay. Yeah, we may gotta put strong handle up there, to be honest. Mover enforcer, I'm gonna put. A mover enforcer is kind of tough to win. It's a tougher one. I don't think it's like broken, like where it's on the brink. Okay, I'm gonna bring these back up there. I'm gonna just put these back up there. How damn they're gonna put pogo stick up there too. Versus Visionary not going up there. That's just gonna be an A. There's like no counter for a limitless range. Pogo stick. I mean, the only way you can counter pogo stick is with pogo stick. So, yeah. Versus Visionary is really only this high because of how important it is, because of interceptor pad or steals and stuff like that. So, yeah. Okay, a mover enforcer. There's like, I guess a mover enforcer could be the counter for strong handle. It literally makes on ball menace 10 times better. That's what I'll say. It makes it 10 times better. Now, the thing is about immovable enforcer, it also helps you with the interior. Because it says improves a defensive player's strength when defending ball handlers and finishers. So I'm thinking when you're going against post scorers, but apparently that moving truck is within strength. If you read the strength rating, it literally says when guarding when dependent getting back down in the post. So I don't really fully know what it means on the finishing part, but off the defense of ball handlers alone, I would probably have to say it's S. Or at the top of A. That's a tougher one. I'll say S. I'll say S, and I'll put it above pogo stick. Rebound chaser. That's another S tier badge. I'll put it here. Rebound chaser is very important this year. Now, I've been saying this for the last couple of years, and apparently it got proven. So depending on what tier of rebound chaser you have, it adds a different, like, so say for instance you have 80 rebound, but you have silver, it adds like certain amount of attribute points depending on your rebound chaser. So you get certain snag animations at certain ratings. Apparently you unlock new snag animations at certain ratings, apparently, according to 2K Toots or whatever bro name is. So shout out to bro, I seen that video, and apparently according to him, different rebound chasers actually can boost you up certain thresholds as well. So yeah, rebound chaser is very important, to say the least. So the higher rebound chaser you have, the better snag animation you will have. I've been saying this for years. It's not so much the rating, it's always been the tiers and the vertical. So vertical is actually very important. I'm gonna get into that eventually. I don't know if I'm gonna do it in this video, but vertical, I'll say this real quick. Drastic improvement on the passing lane steals, drastic improvement on the vertical, on the rebounds. But one thing that's really gonna be slept on this year, vertical on dunks makes your dunks so much faster. Like I told y'all, I got a 99 dunk build with 90 vertical. Bro, I dunk so fast. Like, it's literally night and day compared to like other builds at the same height. So yeah, box out beast. This is like worm and box out. So if you want to worm people, I guess this is another badge that's kind of like the only thing that kind of neutralizes it is it. So I would have to put it right there with pogo stick. I do think pogo stick may be more important though. Actually, I don't know. I'll put box out beast above that because the way people are playing right now with this like free board stuff, yeah, not gonna lie, I don't know about that one. Actually, yeah, I don't know about this one either. I would actually probably have to put box out beast. Yeah, I probably have to put box out beast right there, and I'm gonna put limitless range right there because shooting is very important too. Just any like shooting badges are just important in general. Now let's get to the like shooting badges. I guess mini marksman, unfazed by larger defenders when taking jumpers. Now apparently there's not about the height advantage. It's just about having the badge. So anybody that has any type of height advantage is literally, it neutralizes that. So mini marksman is a pretty important badge this year. So it's another shot contest badge, kind of, but also even if they have contests, it pretty much says you're unfazed by larger defenders when taking jump shots. I don't know if this means you shoot better when you're going against bigger defenders, or it makes no, like, it neutralizes their contest. I'm thinking it's neutralizing their contest just because they're bigger. So I'll say for this, I'll put it here. I'll put it above limitless range. Because contest is very overpowered right this year. It just is. High flying denier. This is a block badge. Block badges are very, very good this year. There's genuinely no way to neutralize it. Like, if you're help side coming from the corner, somebody's running down the lane, you can come from the corner, you're gonna get a speed boost with high flying denier. Somebody's running down the lane, you're coming from half court, you're gonna get a speed boost to get that on that high flying denier. The only thing I will say is fast breaks are very tough to stop. High flying denier is one of the best ways to neutralize fast breaks and interceptor. So those two badges are always gonna be very, very good. I almost want to say high flying denier is S+. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is really good this year. I'll put high flying denier. There's genuinely no way to neutralize it either. I'll put high flying denier here. I'm gonna put it S+. No. I don't think it needs to be nerfed. I'm gonna put it at the top of S, and I'm gonna put Paint Patroller at the top of S. Paint Patroller is the better version of it. This pretty much enhances high flying denier, so it makes that badge even better. And it improves your ability to get better shot contests around the rim. So it's pretty much challenger for around the rim. And you're going to get more blocks, just in general. So snatch blocks, chase downs, help side, standing just straight in the rim. And Paint Patroller also makes it tougher for people to dunk on you. So if somebody tries to do a dunk meter on you, it's going to be a brick 9 times out of 10. If you have silver and up. Just silver and up. So yeah, paint patroller is, yeah. It's that badge. Yeah. I'm gonna have to say S for that. Okay. Post lockdown. This is for the post scorers. It's pretty important. Especially if you play 1v1, it's pretty important. I haven't played too many. Okay, now, a lot more people are putting post on their bigs because I'm gonna be honest. If you're an inside, you kind of need post this year as a big because, like, you can play hands up defense and be undersized this year and kind of like neutralize them a lot. But the only way you can really like go at them is the pump fake. Like I said, you can get them up in the air with that joint. But post lockdown, for the people that are smart, when they make their insides and have like that post ability, that post control, so they can do drop steps, that's when post lockdown comes in hand. Because drop steps are kind of OP again this year. So, yeah. Now, I played against some guys that was like a couple of times in a row, actually, where there was like 2 sharps and a post score. But the post score had like high rebound and high post. So, it was pretty ignorant, to say the least. Yeah, they were doing free boards. They letting the post. Yeah, it was pretty ignorant, to say the least. But post lockdown, what I'll say is that's the best way to neutralize like autos, post spins, drop steps, all that. But the thing is, this year, if you know how to like play for the drop step, you can kind of neutralize it that way. If you know how to neutralize the spin, you can neutralize it that way. But post lockdown makes it easier. But if you don't know how to neutralize it and you have post lockdown, it's not going to just neutralize it just because you have that as well. I'll say it's A because the same reason I said for break starter. Okay, we got post up poet. This is pretty much faking out defenders. So this is pretty much Dream Shake. Apparently it's Dream Shake and it improves your ability to make shots when performing moves in the post. So, chances of faking out or getting by the defender. So, this is blow-bys in the post? So, this is Dream Shakes. Wait, is this post spins? Hold on, is this drop stepper too? Wait, so they put drop stepper, post spin. Wait. They put drop stepper, post spin, and Dream Shake in one takeover? No way. Wait, why did I think this was that? Wait, nah, this is S+ easily. What the hell? Bro, they not only made pump fakes OD in the paint, but they literally made that badge have drop steps, which is really what you want to have on your inside big this year. And post spins? No, that's crazy, 2K. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all wilding with that. Y'all are actually wilding with that. Post powerhouse. This is how you back down people. The thing is, you can literally negate this with strength this year. You don't have to have a badge. You can literally negate this directly with strength. Now, you also can negate this with post lockdown. That's one thing I'll give post lockdown. I may gotta actually bump that up because it does neutralize more badges. So I'll have to go up on this because it is very important. I can't put it above Posterizer because it's not as important. But I'll say that. Yeah, post lockdown is very, very, it does a lot. And all these badges are pretty overpowered. I'll say post powerhouse. I'll probably say this is right there at post lockdown. Honestly. Or right behind area was actually. Damn near behind both of those. Brick wall. I've seen some people saying people don't set good screens. I ain't gonna lie. My stretch has silver brick wall. I be setting Miyagi's. So I don't know what's going on. I be having people sticking on them joints. So I don't know. Like, I can only imagine if I had gold, Hall of Fame, or legend. So that's all I'm gonna say. I think some of y'all just don't know how to set screens. It is what it is. Like, and they brought it back to where you can just run to somebody and just hold B. Like, you don't even gotta wait for them. Like, if you just got low IQ, just say that. But like, they made the screens kind of wild this year. That's all I'm gonna say. So brick wall, I'm not gonna lie. I ain't got no choice but to put this joint right there behind lightning. Ooh, rebound. I think brick wall may be more important because that's gonna get your shooters open. And that brick wall is really what creates those opportunities for people to have those free boards because that makes the big have to play up. So say for instance, if you're inside and the big just wants to sit paint, you can just set big Miyagi the whole time and just keep nailing somebody to the cross and just let your guard spark. Now if he can't shoot, then GG's. You know what I'm saying? It's just GG's. But hey, simple as that. Physical finisher. This is pretty much improving your ability to make contact layups. So whenever you get like, it pretty much improves your ability to make contested layups. That's pretty much what physical finisher does. And it also makes contested layups have lower contests. So this is pretty much Deadeye for layups. And if you've used my thing that I told y'all to do on the layup video, being honest, you already make a lot of lightlies and tight layups, to be real, like way more than you should with the ratings that I have. So what I'll say is physical finisher is up there with the Deadeyes. That's right there with Deadeye. I'm gonna be honest, layups is kind of the physical finisher is kind of crazy. That badge is kind of crazy. I don't know if it's better than this though. I don't know if it's better than Lightly Launch, but physical finisher is pretty crazy. The only thing I say is you can block them. You can block them, but you can make that a pretty crazy high percent. I can only imagine if you have it legend. Now, if you don't know, you have to have a pretty high. I think you have to have 99 strength and 97 layup to have physical finishers. So it's gonna be pretty rare for people to have that legend. I will say that. But yeah, Paint Prodigy. This is pretty much your ability to score down low. So this could be in the post. This could just be anything around the rim, close shot. This just improves your ability to score in the paint. So I'll say scoring in the paint is like, if you're a certain point in the rim, you're gonna get a animation on them every single time. Now if they jump, they can block it. Blocks are pretty good this year, but it's an animation that pretty much goes in every single time. So I'll say Paint Prodigy. I'll say, because dunking is always going to be more important in my opinion, I'll put it right above post lockdown. Hook specialist. Don't even need to say too much. Hooks, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't went against too many hookers this year. I had one against a Wimby build that was, boy, I ain't gonna lie, he was going against my big. He was zooming. I'm talking about bro was zooming. And bro out of nowhere just said, you know what, let me show you something. I'm gonna do a hook. Nah, that was, bro, it was nasty. And bro, it was 2020. We had to get a stop, bro. He said, hey, y'all ain't stopping us. Post hook. Bro, I ain't never seen nothing like that. The Wimby Bills is out and about, man. I'm not gonna cap. Rise up, just like what I was saying with that, but dunking. I think standing dunks is better than Posterizer this year, in my opinion. I thought Rise Up was better than Posterizer last year. I think standing dunks are very good again this year. Even if you don't have that high of standing dunks, Rise Up is very, very good. But I will say this. You can't get blocked. That's all I'm going to say. Set shot specialist. In my opinion, in terms of knocking your shots down more consistently, set shot specialist has made a bigger difference than any other thing. The only thing is, I'll say, is I forgot what I was going to say earlier. I should have brought this up earlier. But set shot specialist is very important. I'll say it's at the top of A. All the badges S are like, you can't really neutralize it. Like, if you're not getting open, like, this is pretty much for guards that want to do standstills. This is for, like, spot ups. This is like catch and shoot. This is like, what's that badge from last year where if you stood long forever? That's not that, I guess. But yeah, any standstill shot goes into this. Catch and shoot, guards, off the dribble. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, in my opinion, it's the best shot. It's the best badge for helping you shoot better in terms of standstills. The only thing is, it's a different timing. That's what I was gonna say. It's a different timing every spot on the floor. So you have to master the timing for a wing. You have to master the timing for a corner. You have to master a timing for a top of the key. You have to master the timing for the left wing top of the key, right wing top of the key. Like, it's a different timing for everywhere. Especially limitless, especially mid range. It's a different timing. Post fade phenom. I'll have to say, I would put this. What would I put post fade phenom? I don't think these are as overpowered as the other badges. It's good, but it's not as overpowered. I would probably say this is more so. I'll put this more so with like the layup badges. Like, it's good, but it takes skill. It takes skill. So I'll say that. And I think the layup badges may take less skill because you can also take the layup timing off. So yeah, not as much skill involved. Shifty shooter. I think fades are pretty OP on this game in terms of like shooting. I think that's the best way to shoot on this game, honestly, because in my experience, it's harder to contest. So off the rip, it's just genuinely harder to contest a fade on this game than a standstill. And it's less timings. It's genuinely just less timings on fades. So the fades have more consistent timings. They're harder to contest. The only thing I say about shifty shooter is it's harder to get it on bigger builds. So like the big Wimby builds, so 7-foot plus builds can't get shifty shooter. The only thing I'll say is you can still fade really good on those builds without having shifty shooter. So I don't even know how good the badge is. But I will say that it is the badge for fading, hop jumpers, spin jumpers, anything of the like. I think it even works with like the go-to shots. So I'm not 100% sure on that though. But yeah, I would say shifty shooter is, you know what I'm saying, the better badge of the two. I just think set shot specialist is more usable. I think more builds would use it. So locks, big, stretch, guards. I think stretches, sharps, guards are going to be the really only people fading on this game. Now, I will say, with the best fade in the game being easily attainable to mostly all builds, I will say locks will be fading, bigs will be fading eventually, but I don't think it's going to be as much as last year and stuff like that. But there are a lot of locks I've seen putting midi on their builds. So yeah, it does actually be mid-range, 3-ball, limitless, all that. So shifty shooter works in all those situations. As long as it's any type of fade, any type of shot creating animation. Simple. That video will be coming next though, by the way. Shot creating animation is coming next, so stay tuned. I'm trying to think. Nah, it can't be A. It's too overpowered. It's actually like too overpowered. I actually may put this above Deadeye, but I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it there because I don't know for a fact that shifty shooter is as good as I'm thinking, because I think fades in general just overpowered, but it does boost your ability to make them. But I'll say this, bro, fades are just overpowered because you can fade crazy on Wimby builds, easy, and you don't get shifty shooter on them. So yeah, slippery off ball is very good on this game. So if you're doing off ball decks, all that is very good on this game. So slippery off ball, I would actually say A. I just don't think a lot of people use it, so I'll put it at the back of A. But it's actually like, it's a S tier thing on this game. Like off ball is way better than on ball this year, in my opinion. Way less skill involved. You just have to have IQ. You can run around screens. You can just run around. Like off ball is just really good, really good. Simple as that. Glove is good, but the only reason I'll put it still S is because of bump steals. Now, you still can poke people. It just takes skill this year. You actually have to time it. It's not just walking up on people and just poking it no more. Like, you can walk up on people if they're, like, dribbling the ball loose and get a bump steal. But I'm saying, like, actual poke animations where you're putting them in a steal animation. The pokes is different from a bump, just to say. But bumps are pretty overpowered this year. So, off the bumps alone, I would probably put this over these, over limitless, over mini, over box out. I'll stop there because the pokes are not that good this year. They're like more balanced. They're not like overpowered. So when I'm saying not that good, I'm saying in comparison to the last 3 years, like 2K22 to 2K24 was really crazy 3-year stretch for pokes. Like you were doing whatever you wanted to poke the ball. But yeah, bump steals are very overpowered. Interceptor doesn't need to be explained if you've played this game. The teleport steals, the passing lane steals, it doesn't matter, man. Interceptor is insane. Whether you got silver, whether you got bronze, gold, bro, Lord forbid you got Hall of Fame or legend. You stealing anything that come in your vicinity. It takes no skill, but if you have skill, you're doing any incredible things. I'm saying this right now. You're doing incredible things on this game. I think that the interceptor, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it needs to be nerfed. I think the teleport steals, like, where like they're just genuinely getting a dead speed boost that they would never get if they're just moving their player organically. Those need to be taken out the game. But the passing lanes, I want passing lanes to be good, because throwing a Steve, throwing a blind, throwing a stupid pass is a stupid pass. But bro, the teleport steals have to be taken out the game. They have to be. Like, Genuinely, they have to be taken out the game. They have to be. Challenger is a must-have badge. Because of the contest is so inconsistent, I can't put it any higher than A. Because even if you have really high Challenger, you can neutralize Challenger completely with Deadeye. It should be the other way. I think Challenger should be able to neutralize Deadeye, but Deadeye neutralizes Challenger. And then you also have badges like Mini Marksman. Then you also have stuff like Fading, where it's already just hard enough to get contested on. So I think Challenger works. It's just, it's so much stuff that goes on to neutralize that one badge. So yeah, I think Challenger is a good badge. That will be my badge tier list. There's no D badges in my opinion. Only D badge I probably would say would be unpluckable actually. I actually put unpluckable D, to be honest. There's no F badges though. That's the tier list. Let me make this bigger so people can see, because I know people are just gonna skip to the end of the video. But yeah, that's the tier list. I know people are gonna skip to the end of the video just to look at the tier list. Those are the S plus tiers that damn near need to be patched. S is pretty much just all badges that you need to make sure you put priority on when making your builds. Strong handle and movement. I'm not gonna say every single badge. If you see a badge at S, you need to prioritize that when making your builds. A badges are other badges that are very, very important that every build should have. Let me bring this down. Slippery off ball is not every build should have, but float game is not every build should have too. That's a tougher one. These are just very, very, very good badges that every build could have. Let's say that, not should. But some of these are should, like Challenger, Set Shot Specialist, Versatile Visionary, Owned by Menace, like Pick Dodger. A lot of these badges you have to have. Slippery off ball is like kind of anomaly. So I actually put slippery off ball top of B, just to make it make more sense. So every badge in A is should have. B, badges that you that are good, or badges that have flaws. So like Dahmer has a pretty big flaw, but it does boost your teammate's shooting ability. But the flaw is it changed your teammate's timing. So that's a pretty big flaw. Handles for days neutralizes your stamina. Stamina is a pretty big issue on this game. They did nerf it today, so we'll see on that. Off ball pass, pretty important. Slippery off ball, very, very good. So yeah, unpluckable just needs to be buffed a little bit in terms of the bump steals, but I'm not too mad at the bump steals, to be honest, because a lot of the bump steals make sense. They just have that one animation that kind of probably does need to be taken out the game, where you just, it's another steal animation that just like, it's like does a beeline slide, like dive for the ball. Like you'll be far as hell and you're just doing a beeline to the ball, like a beeline cut. But yeah, that's my badge tier list. Y'all do want more of these? I will do one for the takes. It's gonna be even more takes. I will be ranking every single takeover, showcasing what the takeover gives you, showcasing what the ability does, and I will be in that video ranking the takeover abilities. If y'all do want more, like the video, subscribe if you're new. Further ado, man, your boy Fitz. I'm out of here, man.
I got digital dash, came right with a I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!